This is the third heart that I'm going to be doing in a series of the 4 patterns, the 4 different sizes. These patterns are available at maggiescrochet.com and they're free download patterns. We have thousands of crochet patterns at Maggie's Crochet and hundreds of them are free, and these are 4 of the free ones. So this is the tiny heart and this is the small heart, and now I'm going to be working the medium heart and show you how to make that. And then in the next video, I'll show you how to do the largest one. So start with, I'm using a tulip Etimo hook, which we have on the website. This is a number 7. They're very comfortable to work with. So I'm going to leave a long end on my starting chain. I'm going to do the slip knot. It's like a pretzel. And I'm going to pull the back loop out. Forward. I'm going to slip that onto my hook and adjust the size to what I want. So on this one it says chain 4. 1, I'll move this up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got chain 4, and you're going to join with a slip stitch in the first chain, which is right here, to form a ring. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to yarn over, draw that loop out. I'm going to hold my finger right in the center so I know where the center of that ring is, and I'm going to draw through the loop on my hook. A lot of times if you don't do that, if you don't pull that open so you know where the center of that ring is, you'll be tempted to go in here, but that's actually going back into the chain. You want to go into the center of the ring. The other thing I do is I work over my starting chain, and you'll see why. It's basically so that I can pull the starting chain tight when I get finished, so there won't be a hole in the middle. So right now it says to join and then chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the ring. So it's 1, and I'm working over the starting end on my starting chain, and I'm working 3 double crochets right into the center of the ring. Okay, then I'm going to chain 2, and I do that 4 times. At this point I'm halfway done. So I've got 3 groups of double crochets with the chain 2. I've got to do 1 more into the ring. And you might want to push these around the ring. And it doesn't matter if the ring is open right now, because we can tighten it up at the end. I'm still working over the end of the starting chain. And chain 2. And then I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet, which means I'm going to go, here's my first double crochet, there's my chain 1 right there. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to go into the top 2 loops of the double like that, and I'm going to yarn over, draw that through, and yarn over, draw that through, just like that. And then you see that hole right there? I can pull my starting chain, and that gathers all those stitches, and then I can secure it when I sew in my ends. Okay, so on this one I'm going to yarn over twice because I need to do a half treble crochet, and a half treble is similar to a treble, but instead of going through 2 3 times, you're just going to go through 2 and then go through all 3. And then you yarn over twice, you draw up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 2, and draw through 2, because you got to do 7 trebles for this curve. So there's 2, yarn over twice, draw up a loop, yarn over twice, yarn over twice, and yarn over twice. And you're going to do that 7 times. There's other videos where I show you in slow motion how to do all the different stitches. But for this one, I just want to show you how the heart is made. So far I've got 1 half treble, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I need 1 more treble, and then I'm going to do a half treble there. You can try all different kinds of yarns with this and just experiment with scraps of yarn. Okay, so I'm done with that, and then you work a slip stitch into the chain 2 space. And this entire pattern is on maggiescrochet.com, and the pattern number is FP409. So you slip stitch in the chain 2 space, and then you work the same big shell into the center double crochet of the next 3 double crochet group. So I'm going to do a half treble here, and then I'm going to do 7 trebles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 trebles. And then you do a half treble like this, and you slip stitch in the next chain 2 space. Okay, then you see how that heart turned out. And they're all similar, these hearts, but they're bigger stitches. Like in here we use doubles, on the other ones we use singles and half double crochets. So I just use bigger stitches to get bigger hearts. So there's that one. And I'm going to cut my end so that I have a good 5 inches. And then I'm just going to pull that out. And then I'm using what's called a yarn darner, and it's got a pointed edge. I like using pointed edge. So on the ending chain, I'm going to fold this. I fold this over the end of the needle, and I pinch it, and then I move that fold onto the needle. And then from the front to the back, I'm going to go through the next stitch like this, and it hides it pretty good. And then I'm going to go in here. This is cotton yarn, so it wants to stick a little bit. And the other ones I used acrylic yarn. Okay. And I just keep going out about 3/4 of an inch. And I did that one 3 times. And then I lay this on here. And then for the center one, you want to secure that a little bit more. You pull that tight, and you secure it right here a couple of times, I think, just so that that tension on all those, holding all those hooks tight in there, doesn't pull the chain out. Okay, then that's the That's the medium heart. So that's how you make the medium heart. And now in the next video, we're going to make the largest heart right here. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.